Dr. Fauci, the variables in the data suggest that you, Dr. Fauci, are in a lot of trouble next year when the Republicans take over. You got a taste of that today, again, from Dr. Rand Paul, who happens to be a U.S. Senator.
We've been asking you, and you refuse to answer, whether anybody on the vaccine committees gets royalties from the pharmaceutical companies. I asked you last time, and what was your response? We don't have to tell you.
Right.
We've demanded them through Freedom of Information Act, and what have you said? We're not going to tell you. But I tell you this, when we get in charge, we're going to change the rules, and you will have to divulge where you get your royalties from what companies, and if anybody on the committee has a conflict of interest, we're going to learn about it. I promise you that.
Oh, boy, what are you going to do? How are you going to handle this one, Fauci? You know what he's going to do? Literally, watch him. He's going to go like this. They did it. They did it. You don't know. Total bureaucrat. Watch.
You keep saying you approve, you do this, you do that. The committees that give the approval are FDA through their advisory committee. The committees that recommend are CDC through their advisory committee.
Briefly,
you
yes.
keep asking committees. They're not my committees. They're the VRPAC committee for the FDA and the ACIP for the CDC. So I don't have any idea what goes on.
And they won't reveal, as well as you won't reveal.
Okay,
what
we're gonna move on. We're over time.
You know, for 2 years, I didn't hear anything about any committee. I just heard Dr. Fauci had all the answers. He was wrong every step of the way. And how about that bureaucratic trick, huh? ACDC, them, not me. The question was rather simple. Are you getting royalties? Are you getting cash from some of these drug companies? They had to file paperwork to get that answer, and they still haven't gotten it. Oh, boy. Hey, Dr. Rand Paul is outstanding. And yes, he is a doctor. He went to the United States Senate with real expertise. An ophthalmologist. Can you imagine that? He knows how to operate on eyeballs. That's just fascinating to me. I like people like him, non-career politicians in public office, and I think we're going to get a lot more of them. Of course, Donald Trump showed how it's done, but the current crop of Republicans poised to take over the United States Senate, they're fantastic. Forget the fake news who wants to rattle our cage and says, oh, there's no way. There's no way. And actually, forget Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell, Leader McConnell, this is no leader. He should be enthusiastic. He should be pressing the case. He's not. What is he doing? Auditioning for MSNBC?
Care to share any of your projections on the midterm elections?
Yeah, I think that there's probably a greater likelihood the House flips than the Senate. Senate races are just different. They're statewide. Candidate quality has a lot to do with the outcome. Right now we have a 50-50 Senate and a 50-50 country. But I think when all is said and done this fall, we're likely to have an extremely close Senate. Either our side up slightly or their side up slightly.
Ultimately, that decision is up to the American people, and perhaps we will win and perhaps we will lose. Get with it, Mitch. Didn't you learn anything from Donald Trump? This is not a leader. Watch out for this guy. Bad, bad news. These candidates, who he says depends on their quality, they're high-quality candidates. I'd like to start with the Ohio race. We've got J.D. Vance, the Republican, versus career politician, Democrat Tim Ryan. J.D. Vance, here are some of the reasons why I like him. A U.S. Marine, yet he doesn't beat you over the head and shoulders about his military credentials. I like that. A venture capitalist, a best-selling author. This guy has world-class credentials. Compare those to Tim Ryan, the Democrat nominee for the U.S. Senate in Ohio. He's been doing this stuff for over 20 years, making promises, raising money, foolishly running for president in 2020. Some guy named Tim Ryan, yeah, he ran for president. J.D. Vance can do this, ignore the fake news and a lot of their phony polls. But people have to get out and vote, and it wouldn't hurt to give your favorite candidate, whoever that is, some cash. I want to go to Georgia now. Herschel Walker versus Raphael Warnock, the incumbent. Well, a little bit about Herschel. Of course, we all know him. 12-year NFL player. Did you know he was on the bobsled team in 1992 and served on the President's Council on Sports and Fitness? What about Warnock? Well, a pastor and a longtime political activist and a PhD in philosophy. That means he really, really needs this job. PhDs in philosophy, unfortunately, don't do very well. As far as being a pastor, that's nice, but they've got plenty of those in Congress. Did you know actually they have 2 full-time pastors? The Senate has one. It's this guy. And the Congress, the House of Representatives, they have their own pastor as well. This woman. I don't know what Raphael Warnock offers in terms of real-world expertise. You know, Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner, who I'm not a big fan of, he goes there and runs circles around members of Congress. He always seems to get exactly what he wants. I would like a guy like Herschel Walker down there to take him on. Herschel Walker, he knows football through and through. And don't forget, he's very senatorial, and he loves Trump.
His action speaks louder than stickers or slogans on a jersey. He keeps right on fighting to improve the lives of Black Americans and all Americans. He works night and day. He never stops. He leaves nothing on the field. Some people don't like his style, the way he knocks down obstacles that get in the way of his goals. People on the opposing team didn't like when I ran over them either, but that's how you get the job done. I pray every night that God gives him more time. Give him 4 more years. He has accomplished so much almost all by himself on a constant attack. But there's still more work to be done. If you love America and want to make it better, Donald Trump is your president. He's my president, and I'm blessed to call him friend.
That was awesome during the 2020 Republican National Convention. Herschel Walker, you know, on the campaign trail, he may not speak in perfect sound bites, but he's got something to give back. I really believe that. Non-politicians ultimately make, in the end, the best politicians, ironically enough. Let's move on to Pennsylvania. It's Dr. Oz versus John Fetterman. Dr. Oz, a cardiothoracic surgeon, an MD and MBA from the University of Pennsylvania. He developed heart surgery and services. But here's my main point about Dr. Oz. He does not need the job. He wants to do it. He wants to serve. He has enough money. He has enough status. He has all those things that so many people go into politics seeking. I think he can really work for us. Whereas Fetterman, I think this guy is just hard up. I mean, to me, it seems like he just really needs the job. Not doing very well. It looks like that medical episode he had a few months ago, it's a problem. It's a problem. Now, some of the bogus issues that have emerged in this campaign. Dr. Oz is rich. Well, I kind of knew that, didn't you? He had that show for a long time, and he had some nice houses. Good for him. I'm not surprised. I am, however, surprised that Mr. Fetterman, career politician, has properties all over the place. Well, just like he has 8 properties in and around Braddock, Pennsylvania. Most of them, it seems, his parents bought for them. Very strange indeed. I like people with real skill, real accomplishment, something they have to offer all of us when they get to Washington, D.C. These guys have it, and there are real problems in Washington. You know, we're on the eve, potentially, of a major national railway strike. Yeah, this could be really bad for all of us. The supply chain is already screwed up. What does Joe Biden have to offer when it comes to a pending railroad strike? Nothing, other than anecdotes that he used to be a passenger on trains.
And I know about Amtrak. I've traveled 1.2 million miles on Amtrak because I commuted every single solitary day, 270 miles a day.
That's great, Joe. That's great. And did they give you did they give you a prize for that? Amtrak is shutting down service all over the place because, well, it looks like there's going to be a major strike, and that could affect Amtrak. Amtrak itself not going on strike, but what is Joe going to do about it? What is the Secretary of Transportation going to do about it? Pete Buttigieg, South Bend mayor, runs for president. Why? Why did he run for president? And why is the Secretary of Transportation? This guy, 39, what is he, years old? I'll tell you why. You know it. I just can't believe it. This is our country. He has these jobs because he's gay. Now, nobody cares anymore, all right? No one's shocked. Everybody knows somebody who's gay, has a cousin who's gay. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. But that's what elevated this guy to this position of power now. And we've got a real problem, and they don't have a clue. So do you think these guys give a damn about anybody's sexuality at the Department of Transportation? I don't think so. And they shouldn't care. It doesn't matter, okay? You know what matters? Taking back the U.S. Senate. Ohio, Pennsylvania, Georgia, you can do it. You can do it. All right, coming up, what is wrong with the FBI? It's getting worse and worse. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, it's Rob Carson. September is historically the worst performing month for the stock market, so you better be ready for it. The Fed continues to aggressively raise rates, and JP Morgan is forecasting another mega rate hike September the 21st. Is that why Jamie Dimon said an economic hurricane is coming our way? Well, gold and silver have remained remarkably stable despite the Fed aggressively raising rates today. The Patriot Gold Group has a special incentive for Newsmax viewers. Huge! Now precious metals investors can enjoy the no-fee-for-life gold and silver IRA on qualifying rollovers, or enjoy free, discreet, insured shipping on all direct gold and silver purchases. Here's the number, 800-356-4470. Call 800-356-4470 today.